Good evening, my friends. Meteorologist Delaney Willis here with an update on winter weather we are expecting. Apologies, camera is out of commission this evening, but for now, I wanted to give you a picture of the weather computer and just run through a few graphics and explain what we are expecting as we work our way through this upcoming winter weather event. So, tonight, the cloud cover will increase ahead of our next weather maker again. Rain showers, snow showers, and even a few instances of sleet will occur late this evening into your early Sunday morning. But for now, our temperatures across the area are already quite cool. So we're not seeing any precip. We are still dry, but our temperatures are on the cooler side. Roanoke 36 degrees right now. Hot Springs 28, Bedford 37, South Boston 37 as well. Wytheville 38, and Independence 35 degrees. So what we are looking towards is that area of Interstate 81 just to the west of that. That's where we're watching for the greatest possibility of that accumulation and the potential for that iciness to stick around into the area. Hour by hour this evening, we will dip down into the 30s and just barely approach that freezing mark. And when the ground is starting to get that chilly, we're going to see with those colder temperatures in the upper atmosphere, that precip, that is when we're starting to be concerned with that freezing rain that is possible very early Sunday morning. So let's time this out. As of now, all of that rainfall not in our area just yet, but we are seeing a lot of purple and pink on the map. Now, all that purple is a winter weather advisory, and that is in place for portions of the New River Valley as well as the Roanoke Valley, parts of Roanoke, and the Highland Zone. The pink in our viewing area that we're still seeing, Pocahontas County, West Virginia, you are included in what is a winter storm warning, and that is due to the snowfall accumulations. We're expecting to see that snow to stick in those areas. Again, this is very common. Those western slopes, the Blue Ridge, are expected to see that accumulation, and most of us just seeing that ice and a few flurries. But the good news is, because of what we're watching in terms of the timeline of this and a changeover from freezing rain to snow to rain, we're going to see this travel impact be pretty mitigated as we head into the afternoon hours for your Sunday. We'll touch on that timeline here in a bit. Winter weather alerts that are in effect until tomorrow. All of this purple right here, that winter weather advisory we were talking about, that does expire by 7 o'clock tomorrow morning. And you'll notice, just clicking on a few around here again, rather 7 p.m. for tomorrow evening. And that is in effect for portions, again, of the New River Valley, as well as the Highlands zones and the western slopes of those mountains, West Virginia. That winter weather warning, and that does expire at 1 o'clock on Monday morning. So that does run a little bit longer. Now, timing this out on Futurecast, for the remainder of our evening tonight, we will just see that cloud cover building into the area. But as we head into very early Sunday morning, in fact, right at midnight, that rainfall will cross the state line, and you'll start to see just a few little blips of pink there on the screen. That is what we're watching for, that mixed precipitation for that rainfall, as well as that snowfall and potential for that sleet. Again, zooming in here on our neck of the woods, 3 to 5 a.m., that's that window where that mixed precipitation really does overtake our area. New River Valley, and you'll notice that darker pink, kind of fuchsia-looking color west of 81, and that's where we're looking for that ice accumulation, about 1 to 2/10 of an inch of ice. That is possible. Freezing rain, that is a concern, because not only slick spots that are possible on the roadways Sunday morning, but to go along with it, that does immediately freeze to those power lines, and power outages could be a concern as well. Scrubbing this forward for the Sunday morning hours, a lot of that blue confined again to the western slopes of the mountains in West Virginia, and that's what we're watching for, that snowfall accumulation. Rest of us, this is just going to be a wintry mix of a mess, rain and sleet and freezing rain, all in play during the day on Sunday. Now, this changes over to rainfall pretty quick, at least in our area. Now, in those higher elevations of West Virginia that are just outside of our viewing area, that sticks around a little bit longer. But lunchtime for us, most of this will be rain as the temperatures are on the rise past freezing at this point. And we will still see that rainfall at least helping a little bit in terms of melting all of that wintry impact that we're still seeing on the roads, a few slick spots. So the rain could help that just a bit. Now, As we head into Monday morning, we could see at least a little bit of refreeze depending on our low temperature. So we are keeping an eye on that temperature profile as well. But during the day on Sunday, again, for the afternoon hours, that rainfall passes through. The coverage is very scattered. So most of the day for the afternoon and evening hours, for your Sunday, it is just going to be very gloomy. Not everybody will see rainfall all day, very, very scattered coverage, but all of us will be looking very gloomy and very cold. Starting off Monday morning, we're still staying dry. Now the showers will move in a little bit later on, about 5 to 6 o'clock in the evening as a secondary cold front passes through. So we do have back-to-back weather makers. Again, that's set up for Sunday morning. That system moves through with that mixed precip and snowfall. And the snowfall, we're seeing those accumulations, the snow that will actually stick, that will be in the mountains. Think Snowshoe and Pocahontas County, Greenbrier County as well. And most of us in the state of Virginia will just be seeing a little bit of sleet out and about. Rainfall changes over for your afternoon and evening as that system continues to head out to the east. Now, some tips. It has been a minute since we have had to be concerned, at least here in the state of Virginia, with driving in terms of a lot of ice out on the road. So we could see just a few slick spots. A few tips to reduce speed when you are on the roadways. If you have to be on the roadways tomorrow morning, avoid driving if at all possible and avoid those sudden stops. Now, this is important. If you are sliding at all, turn your wheels in the same direction that you are sliding. And of course, avoid those hills or steep inclines, But this picture right here on this graphic, this is about what it's going to look like tomorrow in terms of that cloud cover. It will be very gloomy and very cold for your Sunday. Now this evening, our temperatures will fall into the 30s, approaching that 30-degree low temperature tonight as those clouds continue to build in, and that wintry precip that starts very early tomorrow morning. Zone-by-zone forecast, high temperatures for your Sunday, and this is why this changeover to rainfall will occur. All of those temperatures above freezing. High temperature for the New River Valley, 37 degrees. Same story in the Highlands, 38 and high in Roanoke tomorrow, 40 in Lynchburg, and 43 in Southside. 7-day forecast, we are still seeing that Weather Authority alert day in effect for your Sunday because of the potential for all that mixed precip. Now Monday, all the way through next Friday, we will have daily chances for rainfall, but no wintry mixture is expected next week. Those temperatures on the rise, 50s and 40s for your high temperatures through next work week. All good news, starting to warm things up even above those seasonable averages. Definitely starting to change up our pattern a bit. You'll notice tomorrow across all 5 zones, 40s and 30s for our high temperatures, and throughout the week, 50s and 60s. So stay warm, stay inside, and stay off the roadways if you can tomorrow morning, and we will be keeping an eye on this forecast and keeping you updated.